Hello.
Hi, sir. Good
Hi,
morning.
welcome. Welcome. How are you?
I'm pretty well. Thank you for asking. What about you, sir?
Very well. Thanks a lot for asking, and we'll get started now. I believe we are meeting for the first time. Are we?
Exactly. Exactly. We are meeting first time.
Okay. My name is Vipul. You can read that. I have been a communication skills coach for more than 6 years now, and I hail from this beautiful land of Uttarakhand. That's a little about me. And I would love to know more about you, Mr. Sanjay, please.
For sure, sir. You might have known my name. Actually, that would be visible on a
Yeah, it
screen.
is. It is.
So, yeah, this is Sanjay Sengar this side, and I hail from Madhya Pradesh. However, I'm connecting to you from Surat, the city
Oh,
of Gujarat, and
yes.
I'm working as a professional to pay my bills. I'm working on other MNCs as a production manager.
Okay, okay, okay. For how long have you been
Yeah.
working, if I may know that?
It's been, I have overall experience 22 years, and in Surat, I have been living out here for last 15 years.
You can outlive your experience can outlive a youngster these days, can it not?
Yes, yes, exactly.
See, with this kind of experience in this industry, in the private industry, well, not necessarily the industry that you work for, but in most of the industries, if we look at the larger picture, we see that there comes a lot of responsibility as well, and
Mhm.
some redundancy at the workplace, and a lot of monotonous nature of work. Do you
Yeah, yeah.
experience these things at your workplace?
I'm experiencing the things has become monotonous for me, because
Okay.
that's why I am here, and that's why I'm upgrading and enriching myself, because things has become monotonous, undoubtedly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
have been working out here for last 15 years, in the same departments, and I want to get rid of this department.
Oh,
That's what.
okay.
That's what.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that I can understand that. And also,
Yeah.
please don't mind. I would like to be as honest as possible because I have a lot of, uncles and cousins also now who are into their 40s and 50s. And now, when they're trying to go to some other organization or making a switch, they are not getting the worth of the experience they hold. Do you feel that
Exactly.
that happens over a period of time?
Yeah, it happens. It happens because you cannot expect everything from other companies, because whatever you are getting here, so you cannot expect, because you now you have grown up and you have a lot of experience,
Mm-hmm.
but the scale, whatever scale you are getting, whatever positions you have right now, so you
Mm-hmm.
cannot expect somewhere else, because the situation and guidelines and the hierarchy of the other company would be different, and
Mm-hmm.
the scale whatever you are getting here, so they won't be able to provide. You cannot expect, and you have to switch if you get good, like jump, if that the self descent, and if you get a good promotion, then you'd be able to switch. Otherwise, if you switch, so I think you will feel tedious and all these things, because after switching, you won't enjoy, because you used to get decent salary and your position was quite up to the mark. uh, so you, you will have to sacrifice. So before switching the job, you have to explore, and you have to think twice and thrice.
Hmm. This makes sense. What you're saying actually
If
makes
you
sense.
if you are younger, and if you don't have that much responsibility, if you are unmarried, and
Hmm.
so you can do job hopping frequently. uh, Once you got married and you have kind of responsibility, if you have children and a spouse, and if you are paying something towards your parents, so you have to think twice and thrice. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
relating with this me actually. Exactly.
Sure, sure. I think most of us go through the same patch. We may call it a rough patch, but it is a patch of life, and we can't really ignore that.
Exactly, but you have to take calculative risk. It is not
Hmm.
like that. If you are not enjoying and the things has become tedious for you, having said that, you are working. If if the things are manageable and if you can accept, adjust, and avoid, so we
Hmm.
should keep on doing, rather than doing job hopping. But the
Hmm.
things are beyond your control, and it is extreme, so you have to change.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter if your salary is meager and
Okay.
if your position is below. I think the your happiness matters actually ultimately.
Hmm. This happiness, people understand this happiness does not just come with the LPA that you score or CPA
Exactly.
these days, right? But
Exactly.
I think it's more towards do you enjoy it or not? And if you don't,
Yes,
then
exactly.
no LP or CPA can satisfy you.
For instance, I have good LPA and the company is MNC. Having said that, the things has become tedious. So
Yeah.
it is the testament of that salary position after
Hmm.
some time doesn't matter.
No, it does not. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I think with growing experience, not just age, but with growing experience in any organization, be it a youngster or be it a person who is elderly, I feel they also demand some respect. They also demand some, positive work around. People should come to them, greet them. These things don't
Ex-
happen usually. Do you feel that this culture of respecting seniors is dying these days?
Exactly, exactly. It is happening, and it happens in the company because if you are getting on in years, and if you have a lot of experience,
Hmm.
and the person who is novice and who is greenhorn, and he just came, and he is working with you, and after
Hmm.
some time, you are in the same level,
Hmm.
so you will
At the
not
same level.
enjoy.
You are
You
at the
would
same level. Hmm.
you are at the same level, and you are relieving to that
Hmm.
guy your work. So at that time, eh, that is very hard to do, and that would be very difficult situation because
Hmm.
uh, the company and the management is considering
Hmm.
you and this person at same level. So actually, but it depends on a mindset and depends on person to person. Like
Hmm.
yeah, it happens sometimes.
Okay, I'll come to that. Hold that thought. But there's something that I want to ask you. That is a very difficult situation, you said. I have a personal fight against the word very because when people use this word, they don't get better words at the right time. And I've heard good feedback about you,
Yeah.
a positive feedback about you when it comes to usage of idioms and vocabulary. So I felt I should test Sanjay more today. So I'm trying
Okay,
to do
okay,
that. Okay. I
okay.
hope you don't mind if I test you today. Is it all right?
Oh yeah, no, no, no worries, no worries. Actually,
Okay.
I'm here to commit mistake.
Great. Yes, thank you. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah,
That's the
yes,
kind of attitude I like
yeah,
in learners. By
yeah,
the way, when you say that is a very difficult situation, can we replace very difficult or can we just revamp this sentence?
yeah, yeah. If the situation would be hard not to crack,
Hmm.
if the situation would be, if we are unable to nail the situation,
Hmm.
I think so. I think that
All
would
right.
be difficult.
Yes. In place of saying if the situation would be a hard nut to crack, you can directly say the situation is a hard nut to crack. Or if it is a hard nut to crack. Or you can also say, changing positions at such an experience is a hard nut to crack because you have to look after many other things. Okay. So
Exactly,
try to replace the word very with better things. You are already doing it,
exactly.
but there are still some places. See, the moon looks beautiful. People still speak about the craters on it. Why? Because
Yes,
they're visible, right? So let's try to
exactly.
reduce them as much as
Sure,
possible. Okay,
sure, sure.
we were discussing how people demand respect over a period of time, and I think their work should command that respect more than they demand it. So one
Exactly.
thing that comes to my mind when I'm speaking with you is though the work environment gets monotonous, though people stop respecting seniors, there is still something that seniors have in their mind for the organization that has given them a lot. So, do you feel that sense of patriotism towards an organization has reduced over a period of time? Do you feel employee turnover is going up and up every other day, or do you feel this patriotism is still alive? What do you think? Loyalty, rather, not
Depend.
patriotism, loyalty.
It depends, and uh, for instance, I can tell you that my patriotism and my loyalty and my honesty has always been with the company because I believe if the company is paying something, and companies providing decent salary, and if we have 8 hours duty, so we have to loyal towards our company.
We have
And
to.
first,
Sorry,
like, we
we
have
have
to
to
be loyal,
be loyal. Yes.
be loyal, be loyal for the company.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it will not make sense. And like uh, you are responsible for the 8 hours, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, there is one person who is sitting up and he is watching you. And so I think, ultimately, you can goof around, and somehow you can hide yourself from the management. But how can you hide yourself who is sitting up from who is sitting actually? So we
Exactly.
have to be loyal, and we should have integrity in our life. And
Mm-hmm.
but it depends, person has different kind of mindset. And if he has become experienced, and if he has more insight related to work, so sometimes they pass the work, they beat around the bush, they goof around every time, and they
Mm-hmm.
just want to finish their 8 hours, and they want to leave the company.
Yes. Some people do
Yeah.
live for the weekends.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you know, in the recent times, there have been a lot of questions on the loyalty and patriotism and dedication of employees towards the organization. Do you feel it is fair to expect patriotism and loyalty towards an organization at a really meager salary also? Because I see that the kind of increase or growth that the CEO of Infosys has seen is nothing in comparison to what the entry level employees see in their salaries. I think 5 years back it was 3.02 LPA in the beginning, and now it has reached what 3.5 or 4 at max. I don't think it's more than that. This is what I get from the data, what I see. What do you think? Do you feel these organizations are just fooling their employees around? Obviously, with the experienced ones, they can't play this black game, but they can definitely play this game with the entry level employees because there's already a lot of unemployment in the nation. So, do you feel these top houses, when they expect their employees to work for 7 hours or 14 hours these days, there have been people who have been saying this as well. I'm sure you're no stranger to it. What is your thought upon asking people to be patriotic and also walking that extra mile for the organization? Do you feel, what do you think, how honest and how fair it is to expect that?
uh, the employment unemployment is increasing, and many engineers, I would say, many professionals are coming every year,
Mm-hmm.
and they are not getting the job, and they are wandering here and there. So that's why uh, the companies are taking advantage, and they are providing meager salary. and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and on top of that, they are giving more burden as well. But we don't have option actually, because if we really want to start, so we have to start somewhere. Otherwise we will waste our time. And so I think time and money, and somehow we will push ourselves towards negativity.
Yeah.
So I think we have to start. And I think we shouldn't pay attention towards our
Mm-hmm.
salary, because now this has become a trend for the companies. They are providing a meager salary, and they are expecting more.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now the things has been changed and time has been changed. I think we need a start actually. So I think we should be focusing towards the start, I think, rather than thinking about salary. And after, if you are having experience, and if you have gained some command,
Mm-hmm.
I think so. They are bound to provide decent salary, and they will provide the salary, because you might have some command related to their job, and they
Yeah.
won't be able to expel you, and they won't be able to terminate you after some time. And by the time, you would have option
Mm-hmm.
that if you won't provide me decent salary, so I'm gonna resign.
Mm-hmm.
So they will think at that time. And I think they will think about your resignation, and I think they will start pondering, and
And they'll offer
ultimately
you some lucrative offer after a point.
offer, because I think they they will not try to lose their loyal employee and honest employee,
Hmm.
but we have to be loyal and we have to learn fast.
Hmm.
But starting is utmost, I think, crucial nowadays,
Hmm.
because the place has been crowded,
Yeah.
and every area, like if there is one vacancy, so 100
Hmm.
and more than 100 people are approaching for that one vacancy. So that would
100 is a
be,
really small number, sir.
yeah, it is very a small number.
Yeah.
I think that's why I think so that's why I suggest those who are novice, those who are greenhorn, that you should be starting rather than thinking about your salary. Because
Hmm.
when I had started my journey towards companies, so my
Hmm.
salary was meager, 2,200 at that time.
Oh my God.
So
Unbelievable.
if I would have thought about my salary at that time, so I
Mhm.
wouldn't have been able to get this decentrally right now, because of
Exactly.
experience, and I have
Mhm.
earned the insights related to company, and I got to know about the MBS of company and atmospheres of
Mhm.
company. So
Mhm.
somehow when you enter into companies, so then you get to know that what is going on, and how
Mhm.
can you survive in this, in these kind of corporate sector.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. I have something to share with you. I was
yeah.
just noting a few points when you were speaking. I was correcting you also in between, but I did not correct a few areas because I wanted to see how do you do if I ask you these questions. Um, Once you got married, you said, once you got married. This is wrong. You can't say once you
Okay,
got married. Okay. Once you get married, either say this. Once
okay,
you are married, say this. Once you have got married, even this can be
okay,
said.
okay,
But do not use the past
okay,
tense with it. Okay. Because
okay,
this
okay,
situation is alive. Today, also, this
okay.
concept applies. Okay. There is a repetitive usage of a word. I want to see how clear you are with your speech. Tell me which is that one word or one sentence starter that you repeatedly speak. What is that one thing?
I forgot.
No problem. I'm here to help. The term is I think. This
I
comes
think
repetitively. Okay.
exactly. I believe I should have replaced this word. I think.
Yeah. And
I
if even if you don't use anything, it's all right. Be a king of pauses also sometimes. So try to take some
exactly,
pauses, try to contemplate upon what you're trying to say. Okay. So even
exactly,
that helps. Like with a person for a person with such profound knowledge and such deep experience, I would expect some more rest in the voice. Okay. So still some
exactly. Yeah,
restlessness is
makes
there. Do
sense.
you experience this?
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
restlessness
yeah.
while
Actually, I am fumbling. Yeah, I stuttering.
a
I'm
little bit,
stuttering. Yeah,
a little bit. No, no, no. I won't say that you stutter and stutter. I think it's once in a blue moon you do it, but we can't ignore it. As I said, if there are small things, let's remove them. Okay. So I think it's something, and it's not necessary that you have to replace one filler with another. You can also take a pause at that place. Why not? Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's try this. And at one place you said time has been changed. What is wrong with this sentence? Tell me.
I think time has been changed. I think time has changed.
Exactly. When will we use been changed in that case if it is wrong?
I think it is not making sense. The time has been changed. It has been changed. I think.
No,
I
no.
think.
Even see, if you say from the grammatical perspective, is it wrong to say time has been changed? No, it's not wrong. It's
Okay.
completely all right. But contextually, it is wrong. Been
Okay.
is when someone does it intentionally or someone does it. But time has
Okay.
not been changed by someone. It has already happened.
Yes.
It
Exactly.
happens automatically, right? Nobody changes time.
Okay.
Okay. So, for example, the situation has been changed by the bosses at our workplace. That can be
Okay.
said. उन्होंने बदल दी है,
Okay.
उनके द्वारा
Okay.
बदल
Okay.
दी गई है. In that case,
Got
it's all
it.
right. But if you want to say it has automatically happened, so time has changed. समय बदल चुका है.
Okay.
Time has changed. Okay.
Got it. Got it.
Yes. Then the last thing that I have to say, and then we'll continue with the conversation. It is this sentence. Please have a look at it and tell me if you can find an error. If you cannot,
If I
just
would
let me.
have thought about my salary, if I would have thought about my salary, I would have not been able to secure a decent package today. So it is good. No.
It seems all right.
Ah,
But it is wrong. Do you know, when we start a sentence with if, when, or whenever, we can't use will, shall, or would. Okay? This is wrong.
okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah,
Yes.
I
And
would
this
have thought
happened at
about.
least, yeah, this happened at least 3 to 4 times today. So felt the
Mhm.
need to just correct you. And that's why I have. It means how to replace this and how to correct this. You can directly say if I had thought
Okay.
about my salary. अगर मैंने अपने salary के बारे में सोचा होता. If I had thought,
Okay.
because this is a hypothetical situation. Did you think a
Okay.
lot
Okay.
about your salary in the initial days? No, you did not. That is why you were able to work hard. So that's why now we are looking into the hypothetical side of it, flip side of it. So what will we say? We'll say if I had thought about my salary in those
Mhm.
days.
So if I would have thought about my salary, is it wrong?
Sorry?
If I would have thought about my salary,
Yes,
so is it wrong?
it is wrong. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. With if, when, or whenever, don't use will, shall, or would in the immediate part of the sentence. Like in this
Okay.
sentence, you can see I have written if I had thought about my salary. This is correct because we have
Okay.
replaced would here. We have actually omitted would here. We have stopped using it. So what are we using?
Okay.
We are saying if I had thought about my salary in those days, I would have not been able to secure. In the second part, you can use would. Here you can use
Okay.
it. In the first part, you cannot. Why? Because we are already using if, when, or whenever, as per the rules.
Okay.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
that's that. Unless you want to give a future reference. If you want to give a future reference, in that case you'll use will here. But you don't want to give a future reference. You are giving a reference from the
Okay.
past, and you're giving a hypothetical reference to it. That's why if I
Got
had
it. Got it.
okay, अगर मैंने ट्रेन मिस कर दी होती तो मेरा नुकसान हो जाता. How will you say this in English?
अगर मैंने ट्रेन मिस कर दी होती तो मेरा
तो मेरा
नुकसान हो
नुकसान हो
जाता.
जाता. Obviously you did not miss the train, but we are looking at the flip side. अगर कर दी होती तो
So if I had missed the train,
very good.
so I would have faced loss.
Yes, faced a lot of losses or
Yeah.
a loss. I would have faced a loss. You are
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Got it.
You are correct now. So now it is clear that you can't use will, shall, or would with if, when, or whenever in the sentence. Okay.
Okay.
Conditional sentences. All right. This marks the end of our session. We are still left with 30 to 40 seconds, and I want to utilize every second. So you tell me if you have any
Okay.
questions, or I can give you a small feedback or some tips.
Okay. So actually, time has been changed. So I got to know that I cannot use been.
Unless someone has done it. Unless someone has done it.
Okay.
But no one did it.
Okay.
It
So
has changed already automatically.
okay. Okay. With respect to time, we cannot change been. We
See, you
cannot use.
can. For example, if someone gives me a great offer in life of earning a lot of money, loads of money, in that case, I'll say time has been changed for me by Mr. Iyer. Let us suppose Mr. Iyer gives me a great package. So I say time has been changed for me by Mr. Iyer. But then you'll have to mention a doer of that action. In this
Okay.
case, you are not mentioning any doer. You are just saying time has changed. समय बदल गया है. समय बदल
Okay.
चुका
Okay.
है. समय को बदल दिया गया है. In that case, you'll say been changed. If someone has
Okay.
done it. Are you getting it?
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah. All right then. So
Okay.
a small feedback that I want to give you because we are
Sure.
towards
Sure.
the end. The thing is, what I see is a lot of growth in your speech as per the feedback that I have received. And today I also witnessed it firsthand that you speak well. I must say that. And I'm not really comfortable appreciating people in my life, but I have to because you have compelled me to do that today. You have spoken well. I must say that.
Okay.
Having said that, Do you know the race of being a communicator from being a spoken English person, or
Yes.
from being a person who is good at spoken English, is not really simple, and it's not so challenging as well. It's a moderately difficult race, and if you understand the concept, how to approach it now, that will be the best thing to do. And I'll give you the concept today. What I know, I may be wrong, I may be right. It has worked for me for now. Maybe it can work for you also. I can just give you my insight and experience. The thing is, when you're trying to be a communicator, from here onwards, try to focus on as few words as possible to express as much as possible. Are you getting
Yes.
it? So
Yes.
if you use too many words or too many sentences to explain something, it will not be in your favor, because we don't live in a generation where people give us more than 30 seconds to 40 seconds to,
Exactly.
because we are a generation of reels and shorts. So people have a small attention span. That is why
Exactly.
because see, a spoken English person can speak, and can speak correct sentences and good sentences. But a communicator knows his audience, knows the
Exactly.
audience, and knows what the audience wants to listen to. So from now on, you
Exactly.
will
I
not
think
just
we
be
have to be. I think we have to be communicator rather than focusing about
absolutely
more
right.
words. And I think if
Absolutely
you are
right.
able to communicate, and
Hmm.
it doesn't matter if you
Yeah,
are using fancy word and all these things.
words are fine. I'm not saying that don't use better words. Definitely go for them. But when you go for better words, you should not be explaining those words in the next sentence.
I was a
That,
spoken person more rather than communicator, I guess.
hello?
Hello.